That's right, friends. Welcome back to Comics Exchange, your friendly neighborhood podcast. After a long, unwanted break, I'm Mike D.
I'm Ryan. Is it 3611? Is that what we
scream?
scream?
Hold on. See, nobody knows how to do this anymore.
Oh, no.
What do these buttons do? That voice you hear across from me, he's merry. He's bright. It's the festive Ryan Shipley.
Hey, here I am. 3611?
3611.
To my right, he's the owner of Knoxville's longest-running comic shop, which you can find a mile south of the Henley Street Bridge at where?
The 3611?
That's right, 3611.
Right
yeah.
on time.
611 Chapman Highway. He is the Christmas Commander. He is Bill Langford.
You.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute.
Yes.
We apologize. A lot of stuff has gone down. Sickness. Your job gets super busy this time of year, Mike.
Shout out to Dustin, who I work with, who listens to this show. He knows all about it. Maple Hall is brutal this time of year. I'm well-intended. I really wanted to do some episodes, and then the day would roll around, and I was incapacitated.
Yeah, there was like some kind of weird sickness that was going around. I think I caught it during the show signing because tons of people here. I guess, let's talk about that going into that because I'm talking about being sick from show. Not sick of Frank Cho.
It's not like he was the monkey from Outbreak and he infected
He
loads of
might have
people.
been. He might have been. I remember like a couple days before the signing, Bill calls me around like 9 o'clock at night, little panic in his voice.
Emergency.
Lets me know that unfortunately Clay Mann had to pull out.
And Ron was kind of expecting like a bad news phone call. Like when I called him, he was like, oh, what is it?
3 years prior, Bill calls me in the middle of a concert I'm at to let me know Ryan Otley couldn't come because he was on no flying from the doctor. The doctor said, you got to stay home.
Yes.
You got to be in a bubble. So suddenly I get this call, and it's Bill letting me know Clay Mann unfortunately could not make it.
Couldn't. Hopefully it's more of a rain check than a cancellation, more of a postponement.
Frank Cho got him sick.
Yeah, but the cool thing too is like I'm not going to mention names, but there were a few artists that were willing to step up if we needed them.
No, we were very grateful to have some people that offered to fill in for Clay, and hopefully in the future we'll have them in the store, both Clay and the other people. And
then the next morning I woke up to our friend Grant had texted me and said, hey, is Frank Cho coming? I'm like, what are you talking about? It's Clay Mann that had to cancel, and he goes, Frank Cho got in a car accident.
Oh, right.
So, the night before, apparently, or maybe 2 nights before, he posted something on his Instagram, and my buddy had sent me a picture of it, and it's like, hey, you may want to check on Frank and just see how he's doing.
Then I start wondering, is there like a Final Destination thing going on right now?
So, no, and then the day of, just to add to that, Donny ends up showing up, I think, maybe 2 hours late.
Once Cho gets here, the agent of both of them,
James.
James let us know that Donny Cates had car issues and he's running about 2 hours late.
No, but to his credit, I mean, he was driving from North Carolina here by himself through the mountains.
Wow.
Yeah, so we got here, great crowd outside, happy. Also, I think this is the first time in like 2 years where the rain stopped like a few hours before we really started getting a line going.
Yes.
The rain was supposed to be all day, but thankfully it
lucky.
It held off, and just a ton of people coming through. Like, it was unreal. It was.
Yeah. Well, I can't speak highly enough for the people who turned out. We were really proud and kind of awestruck to see the amount of people that showed up because we weren't sure. So we've done signings before, but they've usually been on Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
This was kind of one of the rare signings that we just did on a random Saturday.
Yep.
And so I wasn't quite sure how the turnout would be, and like Ron said, with the weather. So I just want to shout out a huge thank you to all the collectors and the fans who showed up and supported both Donny and Frank and Comics Exchange 3611.
3611.
And so it was really heartwarming.
Yeah. So it just comes into like what I thought was super cool too is once we got the news that Donny Cates was going to be a little late, I come out here. We have people that had been in line. I guess at that point, because we started the signing at 11.
Right.
So we had people that had been in line since maybe 5 or 6 in the morning. And I said, hey, Donny Cates is going to be a little bit late. But I told everybody, I said, hey, here's a piece of paper with a number on it. Just come back at 1 and we'll get you back in the line. hand to God at one point while I was still going to lie, because I guess I have a memory of a goldfish when it comes to non-comic book stuff.
Huh?
Because I would forget what number I had given the last person.
Oh,
so
no.
I'm sure there was a few people that had the same number.
Right.
So round one, Donny came in, and we just ended up where the line was. We just had people cutting in line so the people that came in early were able to cut in line to be kind of where they would have been in the line.
Yeah.
And nobody that was waiting at that point was mad. Because, a lot of places would get furious if you're like, hey, these people came earlier, we're going to let them in line now. They wouldn't understand it.
Yeah.
But thankfully, comic book fans are a different kind of person, and they were
Very gracious.
very gracious to let people kind of cut in front of them.
Yeah. No.
That is very unlike 2025 in general.
Really, right? Yeah.
No, I
yeah.
mean, we were very lucky that everybody was understanding, and they were understanding that Donny was late, and so most people went and got lunch. They came back. Ron had the genius idea of passing out
The papers.
the papers.
Yeah.
So it all worked out, and to be honest with you, Donny and Frank couldn't have been a better guest. They signed books for everybody all day. They stayed here.
At one point, Frank decided to start doing
sketches,
yeah.
some remarks.
Wow.
And then at the very end, we were actually able to catch them for a podcast. We have both a Donny Cates podcast and a Frank Cho podcast.
Yeah, and they're both wild.
They really are.
The Donny Cates
What
thing,
surprised you the most about the Donny Cates, and what surprised you
his
most about
chaotic nature.
Okay.
Because he went with so much of my stuff.
At one point, Ron unleashed a joke. What were we talking? We were talking about. He was talking about the Venom movie.
He was
right?
talking about the Venom thing, and I said, in this universe, Peter has the worst luck. He's like, Peter's lost both his arms and his legs. I'm like, he's just sitting in his bed, just saying to himself, I'm in danger. And then I can't remember what the joke was, but Donny Cates almost fell out of his chair.
He did, and he's a whirlwind of ideas. You can see why this guy has been a fountain of stories for Marvel for the last decade, 2 decades. Like I said, gracious, and he told us some incredible stories about working on both the Venom film and the Madam Web movie, right?
And I think Kraven, because he talked about that scene that they cut where Kraven falls into the cave.
Yes.
Yeah, and I like how every time he told us a story, he prefaced it with, I'm probably not supposed to be talking about this.
And that's when Ron's eyes would light up.
Yeah.
Now, I did have to trim a few curse words here and there with Mr. Cates, I will say.
That's the chaos. That's what you deal with, the chaos. You're going to get some cussing. And then the Frank Cho, we just put it up, I think, on Monday. It's amazing. And just to give you a little hint, Kathleen Kennedy's name comes up in this.
So he tells, and I'm not going to say anything because I want people to listen to the podcast, but he tells the craziest Kathleen Kennedy Star Wars story that I never would have believed if I didn't hear it directly from Frank's mouth.
Outrageous.
It's wild. And
it does not help her reputation.
No, not at all. And also, we want to thank, so that day, unfortunately, Mike had to work, and
don't remind me.
Destroyed Mike because he wanted to be here.
I really did.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I beat myself up all day about it.
So we actually had 3 people reach out and agree to do it. So we had Mac Jacobson, Brad Duncan, and Aaron Aldowski.
All of them are saints.
And we presented our rose to Aaron Aldowski.
We did after much deliberation.
Yep. So Aaron came through like a champ.
Yeah, thank you very much for the stand-in. I appreciate that for sure.
Yep. So he came in. He got everything set up. The funniest part to me is as he's setting up everything, his computer freezes and shuts off, right?
Oh, I can only imagine the terror.
And he's sitting there trying his best to get it back up. And I look over at him going, you're embarrassing us in front of the co-creator of Null. And Aaron's just like, I'm sorry.
And Donnie leads into it. He's like, he goes, A+ operations, they don't run like this.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Aaron had the flop sweat and everything.
He did.
But we got everything back up. Me and Bill did not listen to Aaron's instructions about how to talk into the mics.
Not at all.
But yeah, Aaron got it done for us. We sent it to Mike. Mike got it to edit it for us. It was definitely a team production. At the store, I would say we want to thank everybody, Jamie, who was hyping up on the days that she was here.
Yep.
Cody, who came in and helped.
Went and got us the barbecue.
Yeah. Hollywood
Lewis.
It was awesome. I mean,
it was all hands on deck.
How'd the barbecue go this year?
Okay, we need to talk about this. So
there was a situation last year with the barbecue. For people who don't know, One of Ron's favorite things about working these store signings is that generally we'll go get dead-end barbecue for the talent.
Yes.
And by talent, I mean Ron and everybody else.
Yes, yes.
So last year when we got the barbecue, we did several family packs, like 3 family packs.
Yep.
And we set it up buffet style, kind of along the showcases.
Yep.
And unbeknownst to Ryan, Ryan's good friend Noah, took it upon himself to decide he was going to be...
Let people get... Oh, it's for everybody.
He was the cafeteria lady, and he decided he was going to pass out plates to everybody. And so people coming up, they ask about the barbecue, and Noah's like, sure, here's a plate. And
He's so generous.
So I noticed about the 3rd or 4th person, as I'm checking out people at the register, they start coming up, and they start having... They got plates in their hand full of barbecue, baked beans, the whole 9.
And I didn't know this was happening because I'm innocently up here helping customers, but my belly's thinking, you got some good barbecue coming up.
You got some brisket waiting on you.
Yep.
And about the 4th person who comes up through line to check out says, hey, I just want to thank y'all. Y'all really outdid yourself this year with the barbecue buffet. I really appreciate you getting everybody barbecue. And so now, and Ron's standing next to me, and he's holding the box with the lotto tickets. And I can see Ron's eyes all of a sudden get real big.
Yep.
And as he hears this, he looks over and he sees Noah passing out a plate.
Yep.
And he goes and he runs and he grabs the plate out of Noah's hands. And he explains to Noah, he says, hey, this barbecue's just for, for staff.
Yeah.
And Noah felt terrible. He felt awful.
Yeah.
So this year.
So, so funny story. I had no idea Noah listens to the podcast. So Noah was listening to the last one. Goes, it was weird when I'm sitting there listening to podcasts and I take a stray bullet.
Over some barbecue.
Yeah. So here comes another one. But Noah,
catch it, Noah.
So Noah reached out to me before the sign because he was going to come in that day to see if we needed anybody to help. And he said, oh, man, I'm sorry. I can't make it in. My leg is still acting up. Right. And I said, I'm sorry. I hope you get to feeling better, but I'm actually okay with that because I don't have to worry about you ruining my barbecue again, right? God. So at the end of the day, I was so excited because there was so much barbecue.
There was a lot of barbecue.
I was like, oh my God, I'm going to feast. I'm going to have the best feast of my life. And then Donny Cates, as he's leaving, is like, hey, do you mind if I get some barbecue to go? And I'm like, sure, Mr. Cates, you can do that. Bleep this, but I got to say it. Mother Cates.
How much barbecue did that man take?
That lid barely closed. He took both of the ribs we had left.
Stacks
of
ribs.
You have no money. You don't need that much barbecue.
Come on, save some for everybody else, Donny Cates.
Yeah. So there wasn't much left. I had a plate when I got the next day. Yeah, but oh man, I was like, I'm so mad at you, Donny Cates.
Next year is going to be your year for barbecue, Ryan. We're going to.
It is. Sure. I got a plan for next year.
He's going to stash some before anybody gets it. Leave it in his car.
I'm going to shut it down early. So a few people ended up getting seconds.
Yeah.
And you know what?
I think Les Garner got seconds.
Les Garner got seconds.
Yeah. So you're taking notes. I see. You got a little pad
we gave a plate to Brad Duncan.
Yeah.
I had to go through the 5 stages of grief about that one. But at the end, we were like, you know what? Brad is a cool dude. Brad's offered to help us.
Sure.
Let's give him some barbecue.
Of course.
Donny Cates.
Golly. Got you again.
Got me again. But we're talking to some cool people, so maybe there's going to be more than one chance for Ryan to get some barbecue next year.
So, well, or maybe if we do something in February, we can do pizza.
No.
Paul Leewood loves his pizza.
I know, but that's so generic.
You could do barbecue pizza. Bring 2 worlds together.
Oh, gross.
Oh, no,
You don't like barbecue pizza?
I don't think I like barbecue pizza.
Have you even tried it? Because you said I think.
I haven't tried it, but I don't think I like it.
You don't even know, Ron.
I don't think I would like it.
One of these days, we should go to that pizza buffet, that, what's it called, Pizza Inn?
Oh, Pizza Inn is a buffet?
Have you tried that?
No.
So they bring out you can even request different types of pizzas.
Yeah.
And then they have dessert pizzas.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they got a barbecue chicken pizza you can try.
Okay.
Pineapple and bacon on there.
Yeah.
But that's how we've been.
Yep.
Fantastic time.
It has been, yeah. Everybody was, like I said, incredibly gracious. The guests were fantastic, and we can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, and I think it ended up becoming our biggest non-free comic book day of all time.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Really good. So that's why I'm hoping my Christmas bonus is huge because
you didn't even know there's a Pimento Cheese of the Month Club, did you?
I do not want. If I get a pimento, I will track down the postman
every day. Once a month, come into your house
every day.
Once a month. I'm sorry.
A little barbecue pimento.
I'm not that evil.
Oh God, barbecue pimento. It's the worst of both worlds.
Oh.
We decided we're going to do a raffle.
I love raffles.
So many people got involved with the raffle.
Oh, wait, I thought you said waffles. I love waffles, but
Oh my
raffles are
God.
awesome too.
What about a raffle for waffles?
Wait,
waffle
raffle?
Can we do that next year?
Ooh, I like where you're thinking. Yeah.
Still get.
We'll do
Oh my God! I can put my barbecue in the waffle. If that Donny Cates doesn't steal it all.
We'll do. We'll do some type of Waffle House gift certificate.
First thing we're gonna offer here is our 4th place prize. It's an Allen Ginsberg toy.
I think this is my favorite one out of all of them. Just the fact that they made an Allen Ginsberg toy, and it comes with bonus CD.
Yeah, it comes with a bonus CD.
What
Bonus
year did
CD.
this come out?
Don't ask any questions, Mike.
It comes with glasses, a book,
Yeah.
cloth coat, a bearded necklace, Uncle
Wow.
Sam hat. It's wild.
The CD is Allen Ginsberg live at the Knitting Factory, 1995.
95.
Yeah.
Well, so he was a political person, right? Or
He
is he a
was. He
comedian?
was one of the early beat poets.
Okay.
Ran with Jack Kerouac, and
Okay.
this is a great prize. We had a lot of people were asking about this. Believe
Is
it or
that
not.
soft goods or is that plastic? I can't tell. It looks like cloth.
So he's the clothes are cloth.
Oh, yeah,
he's
look at that.
vinyl.
Yeah. The actual
Oh,
cloth
nice.
clothes
That's
on
a
there.
really good sculpture.
Yeah, there's the glasses and kind of his
Little hippie beads there.
his little hippie beads.
You sure you want to give this away?
So I've held on to this for the last 15 years.
Oh,
But now it's still sealed. It's
Yeah.
never been opened.
Yeah.
But I want him to go to a good home.
Yep.
So this is going to be our
Wild.
4th place prize.
All right.
All right.
And for the prize, you do have to pick it up in store. We can't mail anything out.
We're not shipping Allen Ginsberg in the mail.
No. Okay, so I'll do the first one.
All right.
There is some ASMR, which stands for,
What was it, Mike?
ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response.
and we don't know what the meridian part means. I thought it was a time zone.
It's the opposite of spidey sense. It's a tingling when you're relaxed.
Yeah. Yeah, because that would not be helpful. It wouldn't be
Seems like that'd come
beneficial
in handy
for
at all.
our first winner here is Jake Bishop.
Congratulations, Jake.
Mr. Bishop.
Come pick up your Allen Ginsberg.
If you're listening, Jake, you will receive a text from me. And just when you're into the store the next time, Bill will have it back there for you.
I might listen to the CD first.
Bill is going to listen to the CD first. There's no mic to
Some
it.
ASMR.
Oh,
What are you going to play a CD on?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think even laptops come with CD drives any longer.
So my desktop doesn't have a CD drive right
This
there.
one doesn't.
That's weird, right?
Strange, because a buddy of mine brought me a Christmas CD this year, and I felt bad because I couldn't play it right away.
Yeah.
He was like, "Why aren't you playing my CD?" And I was like, "I don't have anything to play it on."
The only CD player I have is
Yeah.
a PlayStation.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So for the second one here, 3rd place, we're going to let Mike draw.
Oh, look at that.
This is for 2 autographed hardcover books, arguably the 2 best written things Tom King's ever done, Mr. Miracle and The Vision.
Yeah, I just looked over and saw those. I was like, wow, that's no joke.
Yeah,
And-
actually, the Vision was an Eisner Award-winning miniseries.
And both signed.
Oh, actually, they both looks like they both won Eisners.
Nice.
Yeah.
And as Bill spoiled in our last episode, we almost had Tom King here
Yeah.
in Knoxville, but
So
that's hoping
close.
something we can do
In the
in the near future. He
Yeah.
just was super busy right now with Supergirl and the Mr. Miracle animated show.
Cartoon, yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's see who we got here. Brad F. That's all we got, just an F.
Brad F.
Brad F.
Okay. So the mysterious Bradley F.
Yes. So Brad F., if you're hearing this, come and get your prize. But I will also be
Maybe it's Brad.
texting you.
Brad.
Yeah, that would be cool. And our next one
Second
here
place.
is, this is pretty cool. This is a slabbed Batman Damned by Azarella and Joe Beam?
Lee Bermejo.
Lee Bermejo.
Yeah.
How did I get Joe?
Well, they're both 3 letters.
Yeah, this is a 9.9 Batman
Oh, wow.
Damned #1. Is this the uncensored where it shows the Batwing?
Correct. So for people who don't know the story about this book, it was the first DC Black Label book in the entire line. So DC was promoting this new line. They said Black Label is going to be kind of a more mature label, more adult.
And this is also uncensored. It does have the Batwing.
So, yeah, so the story behind this book was first DC Black Label book, oversized, more mature, more adult. We just thought that meant maybe like Vertigo. It's going to have maybe a couple curse words.
Yeah.
Little violence.
A little violence, some smoking, maybe somebody's drinking.
Yep.
But no, when the book came out, it turned out that apparently by adult, what they meant was there was a panel where a Batman comes into the Batcave. He's taking off the bat suit, and you kind of see the scars, whatever.
Yep.
But not only do you see the scars, but you also see what a lot of people refer to as his little Dick Grayson.
And by the way, ladies, that's not only the bat belt that's packing.
So DC did a recall on it, and they
Yep.
said so. What had happened was the artist
So what happened was-
it had meant to be in the shadow. And
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
I guess the inker, whoever had done the black was too light.
Yeah.
And I guess the artist had had drawn them anatomically correct.
Yeah.
So DC did a recall. We're supposed to send all the books back. Some books didn't get sent back. This is one of the books that didn't get sent back.
Nice.
It got sent into CGC, came back with the 9.9, which
Wow,
is one of the
that's
rare.
amazing.
Oh, yeah, it's a 9.9.
Now the Batwing, forever encased in plastic.
Ever in case
Yeah.
you cannot take it out and look at it, but you have it.
And Bill's not kidding. 9.9s are
Yeah, that's
really hard to
incredible.
get.
Really hard to get.
Yep. Bill.
All right, I'm picking here. Let me see. And then we have Ellie Osteen.
Oh, okay.
So Ellie's a really sweet girl. Congratulations, Ellie.
I wonder if she's related to me. I have.
Are you related to some Osteens?
I have some Osteens on my father's side.
You have some Osteen blood.
Yeah, Papa Osteen. He was awesome. Okay, and our grand prize here is, and it's phenomenal. It's from the movie The Big Lebowski. If you've not seen it, definitely watch it.
One of the
Classic
best Coen
90s.
Brothers movies ever made.
One of the best.
Yeah.
But it's his character, the Dude. Jeff Bridges' character, the Dude.
So it's a Hot Toys 12-inch figure.
Wow.
A $200 retail value?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
And it comes with the rug that ties the room together. It comes with a White Russian. I think it comes with a bowling ball also.
It's super, super cool. Hot Toys are really good collectibles to begin with.
They're basically like the high end. So if you collect action figures, this is the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
So there are no more expensive action figures than Hot Toys.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. While I do this, talk amongst yourselves. All right, here we go.
The tension.
Ryan Shipley.
Wait a
Oh
minute.
my
Hang
God.
on. I want to recount.
Yeah,
Can we get a recount?
Brandon,
Brandon Lambert?
it could be.
'Cause it looks like it's cut off.
I will reach out to this person. We're thinking right now it's Brandon Lambert,
Yes.
but this person will get a text from us.
Yes.
And the dude.
And the dude.
Yeah. And it's possible that at one point, because we had them each write their name out, at one point you just get sick of writing your name.
Yeah, you get so
Yeah.
many tickets, you're like, I can't do this anymore.
But you'll get a text from me, Brandon Lambert, and you're going to win a really cool statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fun. We'll do this again at our next big signing.
Yes.
And then, of course, Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah. We had great responses the last 2 times we've done this. So
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Free Comic Book Day, I think
Oh,
there's
yes.
something we need to discuss about that.
Yep. There's been a lot of confusion as to how Free Comic Book Day is going to work this year. A lot of people, I mean, honestly, if you listen to like the podcast over the last year from us, there was worry if Free Comic Book Day was going to continue because it was one of the things that Diamond owned the rights to.
Right. And Diamond, everybody knows, has had financial difficulties, had to declare bankruptcy this year. But apparently, Free Comic Book Day is something that's going to go on, right?
Universal Distribution purchased the rights to Free Comic Book Day. Universal Distribution mainly publishes comics in Canada. They've started publishing in the States too. So like when Bill orders his Image, his DC books, he goes through Lunar. He has an option to also go through this Universal Distribution. So Universal Distribution has the rights to Free Comic Day. At one point, some groups are going to start calling something the first Saturday in May was going to be a name of it. But now Lunar,
unwieldy.
Yeah.
Lunar has decided that they're going to go with Free Comic Day.
Yeah.
So their books are going to actually have the Free Comic Day logo that we know and love. So
Right.
all the books, so that's basically Image, DC, Mad Cave, Dynamite, whatever they do for Free Comic Day will have the Free Comic Day logo.
Yes.
Marvel wanted to also put the Free Comic Day logo on it, but Penguin, I guess as the distributor, was able to kind of block that, and instead Marvel, Dark Horse, Boom, IDW. Penguin is going to go with Comics Giveaway Day, which is horrible.
Giveaway
Yeah.
day.
It's such a bad
Sounds
name.
like a contest.
It is.
So Marvel will be doing that as well as like we said, IDW, Boom, Dark Horse, all those. But the good thing is we were worried if they were going to try to do 2 different dates. But thankfully, it looks like all of this is going to be the first Saturday in May.
I mean, at this point, it's so ingrained in people's heads as first Saturday in May.
Yeah.
You branded it, for the last, like I said, almost 20 years.
Yeah.
So it'd be kind of silly not to have it be the first Saturday in May.
And apologies to Penguin, but we're calling it Free Comic Book Day when we do
We're always
all
going
our...
to call it Free Comic Day, FCBD.
Have you started seeing yet the Free Comic Day stuff on the FOCs yet?
No, not on FOCs, but I think they may have announced a few titles.
Yeah, Marvel, I know recently they announced their titles. They're going to be doing a Spider-Man King in Black that's supposed to be kind of leading into Amazing 1000, which I think comes out in August.
Yes.
So they're going to have that. So it's going to be like how it always is for us. We'll have great deals, a ton of free comic books,
Right.
a guest, and just a lot more. So,
Can't wait. We have a huge surprise guest that we're excited to announce.
dude, it's going to be unreal.
It's going to be unreal. We were planning on doing something, even if nobody had gotten anything organized. Me and Ryan had already talked about doing something as far as a free comic book day.
Yep.
And we hope that they can agree on just one name and not have this two name.
It's so silly.
It's so silly. So it's going to feel weird, I think, this year, but hopefully next year or the year after, it'll get back to feeling normal again.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see when this year hits, like, how many free comics we get, because, like, one of the cool things with the earlier ones, you would get some, like, lesser known publishers that would put out some stuff. So I don't know what will happen this time with that. Other big news, Archie Comics is actually going to be going through Oni starting in September.
Really?
Yeah, Oni Comics. Let me pull this up.
Seems like a strange mix.
It does, but Archie's kind of avant-garde now, you know, a
That's
little
true.
bit more on edge, and
They do some odd things for sure.
They just did that Jay and Silent Bob crossover. I think might have been a Oni,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
and
that
they
makes
did that
sense.
Minor Threats.
and Minor Threats was
But here's where it gets really interesting.
Jughead and Jay and Silent Bob.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Archie is going to be written by W. Maxwell Prince
Interesting.
of Ice Cream Man.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And that Superman Kryptonite special.
Yes.
Which that is interesting. And art's going to be by, really, I'm so happy because I'm not seeing a lot from him, but Fabio Moon, who
Okay,
did Day
yeah.
Tripper back in the day.
Yeah, and worked some with what's his name from My Chemical Romance.
Yep, they're also going to be doing Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Nice.
That one's going to be written by Karina Bechko, who's a Hugo and Eisner nominated author. And here is a good one. Archie in Hell.
What?
Yeah.
Penned by Patrick Horvath of Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees.
Wow, you weren't kidding.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's,
Tyler Crook is going to be the artist on that. So Omni
Wild.
is pulling out, because I think at this point Archie was kind of self-publishing, right? Like Archie Comics.
right. They had their own imprint.
Yeah, but Oni supposedly has the rights to everything, including like the little digests and everything like that too. So
And I guess maybe the back catalog also of
back
Archie
catalog
stuff.
too. So I think it's super cool that they're doing just kind of like, because Archie works in so many different kind of genres.
Yeah. And
It's
this
kind
is
of fascinating.
So if you haven't read an Archie book in the last 20 years, let me just clue you in. It's not the Archie that you're thinking of from your childhood. So the Archie comics, to stay relevant, I guess maybe 10 or 12 years ago, started doing these books where it's like Archie versus the Predator.
Right.
Where the Predator show up at Riverdale and would
Yep.
kill Mr. Witherby. And then like the kids have to figure out how to kill the Predator. Or,
The ultimate prey.
you know, it's or Archie meets Kiss.
Yep.
Where Sabrina uses the Necronomicon and somehow summons Kiss into their world, and
Yep.
so Archie's gotten a lot more edgy. Is what I'm trying to say. In order to stay relevant in like a
The
TikTok
Archie
culture.
zombie series was phenomenal.
So that's what I'd highly recommend someone if you do want to read a current Archie. Afterlife with Archie.
Yep.
Was a great series written by the guy who wrote the TV show.
The Sabrina the Teenage Witch
yeah.
show, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Unfortunately, like the artist, I'm blanking on his name, but the artist, super good artist, does a lot of like horror covers now.
Well-
just not the best with like on time to do.
And I think this one, actually, believe it or not, was the writer, that Robert Aguirre, because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
TV show.
Yep.
So he was working so much on this TV show that he fell behind on writing the comic.
Yep.
And but there were like 15, 16, and Afterlife with Archie, quick premise, Jughead's his dog Hot Dog dies.
Oh.
And Jughead loves Hot Dog. Like that's just, he loves that dog. So he goes to Sabrina and says, hey, can you bring
no.
Hot Dog back from the dead? I love him so much. I know you're not supposed to mess with the evil spirits and dark magic, but can you do it? Sabrina brings Hot Dog back from the dead, but Pet Cemetery style, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's like a zombie dog. So Hot Dog bites Jughead.
Oh.
Now Jughead, who has an insatiable appetite, now he's a zombie. And so it's basically, it plays out like Walking Dead in the Archie universe.
And a bit of like Dawn of the Dead, because all the survivors are holed up in Veronica Lodge's mansion.
Yeah.
It's super good.
Really good.
Super good.
I'm curious, do you have a Archie presence in your customers' files? There's like you get some mix in there.
Yeah, only because like I said, the relevancy of the recent Archies is kind of, and then Archie's been very smart where they've started to do classic reprints where they'll take like
the facsimiles.
The facsimiles of old, hard to find Betty and Veronica's that have like kind of like these double entendre covers.
Yep.
And those sell very well too. It's surprising. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been interesting to me too because Sony just paid a lot of money for the rights to Peanuts.
Oh yeah, that's true. What,
And
like $2 billion or
Yeah,
something like
and
that?
I didn't think like Peanuts was as big of a franchise outside of like the Christmas special and the
Halloween Great Pumpkin
special.
Charlie Brown.
Yeah. But apparently Sony sees some money there.
Well, but if you're getting the merchandising rights too, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming they sell a ton of merch.
Yep.
But yeah, then you got the movies
Got the
and
royalties
TV
from
shows.
that song every Christmas.
Oh yeah. Another big thing I think that's happened since we last spoke is the Superman Spider-Man crossover is officially announced. The DC side is in March with the Marvel side coming in April. They've already shown a bunch of the covers. I think we posted it on our socials.
We did, yeah.
So if you're looking for certain covers, go ahead and let Bill know. The FOC hasn't happened yet for this, but I'd say go ahead and let Bill know.
No, it's really cool. I mean, I guess they're going to continue the trend of Marvel and DC working together.
Yep.
The Deadpool Batman book was a huge success.
Yep.
And for those who don't remember, Spider-Man, Superman, I think technically it was the first DC Marvel crossover.
Yep, and it was it's celebrating its 50th anniversary next year with a facsimile in
Treasury.
January. And then the second time they met is a facsimile in February.
Right.
You know, it seems like a really good time to be mashing these characters together like that because it seems like there's a lot of new eyes coming into comics because of Absolute stuff and the Ultimate stuff from Marvel. So it seems like you might have some people putting eyes on comics for the first time, or at least lightly, and then they see these two characters matching up like that. They might be interested in something like that.
Yep.
No, absolutely.
Get ready for a lot of butchered names.
Oh, no.
So some really fun creative teams on here. Mark Waid and Jorge Jimenez are going to be doing a Superman, Spider-Man versus Brainiac Doc Ock story. Tom King and Jim Lee are doing a Lois Lane, Mary Jane Watson story.
You're doing well.
Matt Fraction and Steve Lieber are doing a Jimmy Olsen Carnage story.
That actually sounds really
Yeah.
cool.
Whoa.
Sean Gordon Murphy is doing a Spider-Man 2099 and Superboy story. Gail Simone and Balin Ortega are doing a Power Girl Punisher. Christopher Priest and Daniel Sampre are doing a Spider-Man, Superboy Prime, Venom story.
Whoa.
Greg Rucka and Nicola Scott are doing a story. It's not been announced yet. And Jeff Lemire and Rafi Sandoval are going to do an Uncle Ben, Pa Kent story. Really, really cool. One question I did ask for you as a store owner.
Yeah.
I had read online the DC version of the Batman Deadpool book did not seem like it sold as well as the Marvel one.
Yeah, I'd say that was probably true. And I think the main reason is because the Marvel one was first to market. So
You think there were people that were confused?
So, well, I think there were people who, like the newness of having Marvel and DC together, like it was the first book that kind of came out in so many years that Marvel and DC had done. So it kind of had the advantage of being, first to market. It's fresh.
Yeah.
And then when the second one comes out 2 months later, a lot of people, there's the confusion of, I've already got Batman Deadpool.
It's like the confusion that happened when the Nintendo Wii did their second thing and called it the Nintendo Wii U, and people just thought it was like
Another Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's that thing where they're like, and then the name confusion, the fact that one's Batman Deadpool, one's Deadpool Batman.
Yep.
So when you're like, have you got the new Batman Deadpool book? They're like, oh, I've got it. Not realizing that there's a second one called Deadpool Batman where it flips the names.
Yep.
So those two things I think were the main. And the thing is, I was probably more excited about the DC one because it was written by Grant Morrison.
I thought it was a better overall issue than the Marvel one was.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I like both of them, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
If I had to rank them.
Yeah. But
yeah,
the Grant Morrison story was phenomenal.
Yes. No, it's so I think they just got to kind of work out maybe a better naming structure or something going forward. Cause or maybe even just release them on the same date. I'm not sure if that's possible. They may not want to cannibalize each other, but
I think the good thing, at least with this next crossover, is it's March and then April.
Yeah, so it's
I think,
closer together.
People will be able to and obviously we tell people when they come in the store, hey, make sure you get the next one too.
Right. It'll feel more like issue 1 and issue 2.
Because I can't recall if there was an ad for the DC one and the Marvel one. I can't remember if they actually had an ad at the end of it. But I just love the fact they're working together.
I am too, and DC did have a bit of good news. I guess it was last week with the new Supergirl trailer that came out.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God!
So the response online that I've read has been very positive, which is unusual for online response.
Yes.
Where everybody loves to hate.
Yeah.
But
you do have a few of those outrage merchants, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's got a good vibe, and the thing
Yeah.
that's interesting to me is a lot of people saw the trailer and think, "Oh, this is going to be like Guardians of the Galaxy," because the trailer has a very
Outer spacey.
Guardians style, with the current
soundtrack.
music and everything like that. But people are not ready.
Yeah.
They are not ready. This is not a Guardians of the Galaxy story.
No, it's not.
You can see in that trailer the elements of the Woman of Tomorrow storyline too.
Yep.
You got the sidekick and all that.
I was thinking when you were telling me of your oldest, who, by the way, just celebrated her 18th birthday, Ebit.
She did, and she got the best birthday present ever. She the day she turned 18, UT announced their admissions for the fall semester, and she got accepted to the University of Tennessee.
Excellent.
So that's been one of her childhood dreams.
Putting in that work.
So
Now-
she has been.
So I saw those pictures that
Yeah.
you guys had, when you shared the news. Were those pictures done the day that she got the news?
No, they had been done previously for maybe senior pictures
Oh,
or some
okay.
type of thing.
All right.
But that's how big of a UT fan she is.
Oh,
That
yeah.
for her senior pictures, she wanted pictures at the University of Tennessee campus with her done up in orange and white, and so it's really, like I said, it's really nice to see her achieve the first of many goals, I hope.
Because you've spoken on the podcast before. You and her have gone to the games for quite a few years.
Yeah, no, we've had season tickets for maybe 4, 5, 6 years, something like that. So she's pretty much gone with me to all the games. And,
But
yeah.
there's a scene in Superman where E-Bits got really emotional and was scared. And when she sees Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow,
Yeah.
she is probably going to be freaked out the majority of that movie.
She is.
So
'cause
people are not ready.
she has a big heart for animals. But no, I'm looking forward to Supergirl. And I tell you, the good thing about that trailer is, even though it's a different director, it still felt like it was in the same universe as the Superman movie. A lot of times you'll bring on a different director, and the vibe will change, the tone will change. And even though James Gunn's overseeing it, you're not sure how this.
So the director, he's known for Lars and the Real Girl, which is a good movie.
Yeah.
I, Tonya, which is also phenomenal, and Cruella, which I have not seen. But I think the trailer has been done to look like a gun movie.
Yes.
But I don't think that's going to be the vibe you're going to get from the movie.
No, I think it'll have its own feel.
Could see a little Flash of Lobo in there.
Yes,
Flash of
which
Lobo.
was cool.
I think a flash of Brainiac. There's a scene where they're showing a flashback to Krypton, and near the end of the trailer, you see what looks like it's going over.
Like a dome.
Yeah, so maybe they're going to tie it into where Brainiac's the one that destroys Krypton
Well, because I think DC
and
just
kills
announced
Superman's racist parents.
that part. I'm not so sold on the parents.
Yeah.
That kind of bothered me a little bit in the
Well,
previous.
what did you
Superman
say
movie.
about Brainiac?
But I think they have announced an actor that they've signed to play Brainiac.
They
right?
have. Lesser known to people in the U.S.
So Lars, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. It's Lars Eidinger.
Okay.
Sounds right.
But yeah, James Gunn made a post a few days ago. Welcome to the DC universe.
Yeah, and looking at his body of work, it's a lot. Mostly it's like foreign films. He was just in Jay Kelly, George Clooney Netflix film with Adam Sandler, where he played German cyclist. So this is probably one of his first major roles in the States, and I kind of like that.
I do too.
Because I think it's kind of cool to have somebody that's kind of unknown. Because the problem with the people that have played Lex Luthor through the films, not including Nicholas Hoult, I think, but a lot of them you're like, oh, it's this actor playing the role.
Kevin Spacey. It's Gene
yeah,
Hackman.
yeah. So I do think going with a kind of relatively unknown is super smart.
And I'm glad that we're getting somebody different in the Superman universe. It's not another Lex Luthor.
Great villain for a movie.
Great villain.
Great
This is
villain.
the thing, and they were actually going to do a Brainiac in Superman 3, if y'all remember.
Ah, yes.
And they
Who ended up being the villain in Superman 3?
both Richard Pryor and Robert Stack or Robert Vaughn? I forget the guy's name.
We don't really talk about Superman.
No.
But Superman 3, there's a scene where Superman, if you remember the computer, he falls back in the computer envelops him.
Oh,
yeah,
And so that part of the script was actually supposed to be a Brainiac part,
Okay.
a scene.
Yeah.
And but when they got Richard Pryor signed on, the script changed, and
Oh, of course.
it became less of a Brainiac movie and more about Richard Pryor stealing pennies off everybody's paychecks.
Jesus.
The Office Space.
Yeah.
But no. So I'm looking forward to seeing like a really cool, because if you've read the comics, Brainiac is a fantastic villain.
Yep.
The gun certainly has an eye for talent. We know that.
He does.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, and I think it's super cool that they're putting the movies so close together. So Superman came out in 2025, and the sequel's going to come out 2 years later. It's not like the developmental hell that the Batman's been through.
Right.
And it's not like typically where it's like 3 years between films. I like that they're doing it kind of this close together.
Yeah.
We also saw the Spider-Man has finished shooting, which is awesome, because I was like, is this really going to make the summer 2026? A trailer did leak, very, very low quality.
Yeah.
Of course, I watched it. I couldn't tell what's going on, but it does look like Sadie Sink from the Stranger Things might be playing a villain.
See which villain she might be playing.
Who?
Shathra.
Who is that?
She has a lot to do with the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
She's,
okay.
The character's like a predator of spiders. There's some kind of natural predatory thing going on.
I know a lot of people are kind of thinking that she was going to be playing somebody more major, because apparently the rumor is she is in Doomsday.
I'd read that trailer that you're speaking of, she has a vocal part in the background, and the way she was speaking made people think it was Shathra. That's all I read.
Yeah, the stinger at the very end is Frank Castle coming to save Spidey.
Yeah, which, I mean, I guess we had known that he was going to make an appearance, because they had announced that previously. So the only thing I worry about with the Spider-Man movie is you worry about them cramming too much stuff into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
many
because there's also the
characters.
rumor that the Grey Hulk is showing up.
Correct. And so and you already knew that this Spider-Man movie was going to go back to the street level kind of Spider-Man. So what I kind of don't want it to. I want it to be like a legit Spider-Man film.
Yes.
And not Spider-Man and his amazing friends, or Spider-Man and his Tony Stark Iron Man
so
suit.
many really cool villains.
So many great villains.
Yeah.
And,
Well, if you think about his MCU journey, it's all out of order. It's like they start with him being the more Tony Stark-oriented character, which happens in the comics in his life, and now through all of these Spider-Man movies that ever existed, now finally we're back at now it's going to be an actual Spider-Man film.
That's how I always thought of them. The first trilogy of the Tom Holland was like basically his origin story. It gets him to the point where he's lost everything. He's got the cloth outfit. He's doing it alone.
Yeah.
That's how I've always felt about it. I do think it's courageous that they used the Brand New Day tag, because that's a very controversial story for Spidey fans.
only among the readers. So the moviegoers, 99% of them have no idea what Brand New Day is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, I'm already going to cry if him and Zendaya get back together by the end of it.
You are, you're not.
I'm going to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, you want them together, right?
I want them together.
Of course.
I always want my MJs and Spideys, the Peters together.
To me, that was the heartbreaking thing of the third movie, the scene. I mean, it's not just the fact that he's not with MJ.
Yep.
It's the fact that they established that MJ and Ned have no idea.
They're not going to remember
They're
who
not
he
going to
is.
remember who he is. They have no idea. I mean,
Oh, Bill can tell you, because Bill and Ebert saw the movie with me the first time, No Way Home, and I was a blubber and mess like a few times in that movie. Speaking of trailers, though, real trailers have actually came out, not just the Supergirl. We have gotten the first official trailer for Doomsday.
A little teaser.
Little teaser.
Two, technically.
Yeah.
and it's a Thor teaser?
Well, we'll talk about that one. But this is like Steve Rogers.
Oh, okay.
You see the motorcycle. He comes in and he's cradling a baby. And then it says Steve Rogers will return. I think it's interesting. It says Steve Rogers and not Captain America.
Right.
I wonder if this is going to be where, because at the end he goes to the past. He's with Peggy. If this child is going to play some role in present day Avengers.
Okay.
Like has
Interesting.
has Captain America ever had like a kid in the comics?
Not a biological kid.
Okay.
No.
That he knows of.
Well, I mean, we had to get Maury Povich on the situation here.
Yeah.
But other than just like a Ward, like a Bucky or a Robin,
yeah.
that type of kid. But
Yeah.
no, not like a.
Well, it might be that case in the movie, too. We don't know that it's a biological child.
Yeah.
And how do you know it's not Franklin Richards?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Blowing
Yeah.
minds.
Wow.
Only because you see, I guess does Doom actually take the baby at the end of?
He's cradling it.
He's cradling it, so we don't know when Reed comes in or whoever comes into the room.
We don't know, but we do know. The two things we know is There's a scene where Doom is cradling Franklin Richards, and then there's the scene where the Fantastic Four are in their ship
and they're
coming into Marvel's proper
looking
universe.
for Franklin Richards.
We think so. We don't know, because at the end of it, all we do know is there's 2 Avengers team. The new Avengers are getting sued by Sam Wilson's Avengers, and then we see the Fantastic Four flying in.
Right.
So we're not sure. The rumor they're doing is, well, I guess it's not a rumor because we've seen the Thor trailer as well. It's not been officially announced, but we have seen the trailer, and it's also another pretty cool little teaser, the guy at the end of the trailer. But the rumor from Bill is over the next 4 weeks, they're going to play a new teaser trailer in front of Avatar 3 Fire.
So James Cameron's looking for all the help he can get for these Avatar movies. Tickets are like $22 a piece.
Yeah.
So he's like, how can we get people to go see Avatar more than once? So what if we stick the Marvel trailers in front of a different one each week in front of Avatar?
So the only 2 criticisms I've seen about the Captain America one so far online is, one, it feels like they're spooling what could be cool stuff when you actually see the movie.
Well, that's just the nature of trailers now, unfortunately.
And 2, is this Marvel admitting the last phase was a mistake and a failure, because they're immediately bringing in as many of the people who had basically ended their time at Marvel to make Doomsday. Because you got Christopher
Pratt.
Yeah, not Chris.
Or Chris Evans.
Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. coming back. So that's what a lot of people are wondering, is this just Marvel just desperately trying to do something to get this engine going again?
Although it has been technically on paper, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago to me that they left the Marvel universe anyway.
Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, no, I mean, so this is the thing. At some point, you have to transition, right? Because the actors just get too old.
Or recast.
Or recast. So if it's a situation where they're bringing them back to bridge to the new actors, then I have no problem with that. But obviously, this isn't a situation where no one's ever going to be Captain America other than Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Because corporations don't have lifespans. Like Disney will be here long after us, still making movies.
Yeah.
So I hope it's just a situation where okay, we want to juice these new movies a little bit and give them a head start. So if we bring in some of the classic guys, even if it's only for 5 or 10 minutes, just to hand over the shield to whomever, or to pass the helmet to whomever, or then this is what we're going to do.
And we already know from when they were revealing the actors that are going to be in this movie, there's at least 27 actors already announced. So nobody's really going to get a lot of time to shine.
Right.
But then again, this is also one of 2, right? Because
Yes.
Infinity War comes next.
Yes. And if you remember, because the Russo brothers are doing it, right?
They're doing both. And that's another thing. They've come back to the Marvel universe
So
as
if
well.
you remember Infinity War and Endgame, those movies had, I think Infinity War had 70-something speaking parts, and Endgame had, and so you're talking about, it's hard to spin that many plates, but the Russo brothers have a track record. Normally when I hear 27 characters coming back for a movie, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
But the fact that the Russo brothers have done it previously, not only done it, but have done it well.
Yeah.
One of the biggest grossing movies of all time.
Yeah.
And well received.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt.
Me too.
And but I hope that going forward that Marvel has a plan.
Yeah.
Because my problem with Phase 4 wasn't that the movies were bad. It just felt like they didn't know where they wanted to go.
It was meandering.
It just meandered.
Yeah.
Listeners can go back and listen to our old episodes, and I called this from day one. I predicted the way this was all going to shake out, and it did. It's too early for the multiverse. People are going to think Marvel's lost their focus, that they've got nothing left in the tank, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
It's all come to pass.
Yeah. And some of it's not their fault. They didn't know that Jonathan Majors was going to do what he did.
That was a curveball.
Right.
And then obviously Chadwick Boseman passing away was a curveball.
There was also an epidemic, a pandemic that kind of occurred in there somewhere.
But I would say, so far, the 3 Marvel movies that came out in 2025, 2 of them were great.
Yeah.
And one of them was mediocre.
Yeah.
But, 2 of them were great.
No, I've never been one of these people who are like, well, this is the end of superhero movies.
No.
The same way that when I watch a bad Western, I'm like, oh, they're never making a Western again.
Yep.
Or when I watch a bad gangster movie, I'm like, oh, there goes gangster. There's never going to be another gangster movie.
It's just really good clickbait.
It is. And especially with superhero movies now, because that's how popular they are. The fact that they generate clicks from people and like, oh, I want to talk about these superhero films.
Yep.
People still want to talk about them, whether it's negatively or positively.
When people try to say, oh, Fantastic Four is a failure, it still cleared $500 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dollars.
And so, you hear the argument, well, Superman didn't do well overseas. Well, it did well enough that they rushed a sequel back in less than 3 years.
Amen.
So...
Can I tell you my secret on a theory about Sam Wilson?
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think he's caught on with the public as much as Chris Evans has. And I think for the reason that, for me personally, is the casting. I don't think that he was cast particularly well. For Captain America, Sam Wilson, I need somebody that's more
So this is the thing.
charismatic, more bold. So I don't know.
You can look at, you're right. You can look at it that way, Mike, or I could look at it that he was cast so well as Sam Wilson Falcon. Right, like
okay.
Right, like as Falcon, he's great.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, I really love him as Falcon. And so I think when you take that away from people and you're like, okay, he's going to become Captain America, not only am I losing Falcon, but now I've got this new guy's Cap, and I'm not sure how it's going to play out. So it may have been a better just move to just go ahead and start with a brand new, fresh Cap and not even have it be a pre-existing character.
Yeah, and I feel for the actor, it's going to be more of an uphill struggle if Captain America's son is then in the present, because a lot of people are going, well, he should be Captain America because he's Steve's son.
But no, I think Anthony Mackie's a great actor.
Yeah.
I think he did a fantastic job as Falcon, and
that show was great, but they did him a real disservice with that movie.
Yeah, they did. I think so.
Yep. One other thing I wanted to mention, it's kind of funny thing. So the Jim Lee cover for the Superman Spider-Man. Spider-Man's hand is really wonky. It's super wonky.
Like Rob Liefeld wonky?
It's wonky.
Okay.
So people were criticizing it. So Jim did a cover to say, you're right, I fixed it, where he made Superman's hands also wonky and Spider-Man's other hand super wonky.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, so it was pretty funny.
Good for Jim.
Good for Jim. And good for us that we're back.
No, it feels natural. I'm glad. And it felt unnatural not being around you guys for like a month. Like I was texting Ron, and I was like,
when we gonna hang out, buddy?
Yeah. So I'm glad that we were able to. We have so much to talk about. Like I
do.
feel like we can't cram it all in this episode.
Let's do recommendations and books of the week.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's about that time.
All right.
It's about that
Where
time.
does time go? It feels like it's 10 minutes.
Goes, because it feels really early. Man, it's only 8:30.
We got started earlier.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're typically, it's 9:30 or 10 before we finish. Let's see recommendations.
Okay, you want me to start?
Before books of the week. Oh, we're mixing it up.
So
it's been so long.
It's been so long.
Listen, this is we're freestyling it here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start. So yesterday we went and I signed back up for Disney Plus. I didn't realize that my Disney Plus I didn't realize how expensive, for one, Disney Plus has become.
It's gotten up there.
Try to get a bundle, the bundles with Hulu.
So I did the bundle with HBO, Hulu, and Disney, and I think it was $19.99 a month.
HBO's incredible.
Yeah.
Because I hate not having HBO. For some reason, I guess our cable provider stopped carrying it a while back. Mm-hmm. So the main reason I did it was because we wanted to watch the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
Aww.
So my recommendation, if you haven't seen it, I think I maybe even recommended it last year. It's it's 35, 40 minutes.
So good.
Great soundtrack.
Great soundtrack. It's the old 97s. There's a Smashing Pumpkins song in there too, a Christmas song. But quick premise, Drax and
Mantis. But
so Drax and Mantis decide they want to give Peter a Christmas present, that he's depressed because on Earth it's Christmas time and he doesn't have anybody to celebrate Christmas with. So they decide, he's told all these stories about how back in the day he would watch these movies with Kevin Bacon. He'd watch The Footloose. He'd watch A Few Good Men.
Yep.
He'd watch, and so they decide they want to give him for a Christmas present Kevin Bacon. So they go back to Earth. They kidnap Kevin Bacon, bring him to Star-Lord.
Hi, Jinx, it's you.
Now, I know it sounds like, how can there be humor in human trafficking? But there is in this episode. And I don't want to spoil anymore. Just trust me.
You spoiled a lot.
I did not. There's still a lot there. But if you get a chance, it's a family. It's one of these things that you can watch with your kids.
Yeah.
And it's become, in our house, it's kind of become like It's a Wonderful Life, where it's an annual tradition now that we watch the Guardians of the Galaxy.
So you see it as a good recent Christmas.
Probably my favorite of the most recent Christmas ones.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Really good.
It goes to show how, you would think somebody like James Gunn, being a trauma director, being sort of an indie, edgy sort of guy coming up, it really goes to show just what a heart and soul that he has with these kind of things.
Yeah, because it really drives home the point of family in that. Because I think that's when you find out that Mantis and... Spoiler.
You're going to spoil everything.
Okay,
you got to stop talking.
Golly. I love it so much.
Then you find out they're both dead.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'll go next.
All right.
Do it.
So for the last like 15 years, Vince Gilligan has mainly been stuck in New Mexico dealing with the meth scene between Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Yes.
He originally actually worked on X-Files. So he decided his new show for Apple, which has already been greenlit for a second season, was going to be more of a sci-fi show. And he wanted to bring in the actress from Better Call Saul, Rhea Seehorn, who is phenomenal and should have won Emmys, but for some reason never did.
Right.
The concept of the show is everybody on Earth, something happens where everybody on Earth has now been controlled by this hive mind, except for 12 humans. The hive mind, very empathetic and emotional, so they're trying to keep the humans that are still around happy. So they'll go to Carol and go, is there anything you want? And Carol will say, like, can you bring me all new food for the supermarket? And the next day you just see like a ton of like trucks showing up and everybody's like making the supermarket the way she wants. Yeah. One time she asked for a hand grenade and they bring her a hand grenade. But the whole show focuses on her because she wants to figure a way to reverse it and save humanity. The other 12 people are stretched across the globe, and it's her dealing with this hive mind. It's super funny because everybody's hive mind. It's just an incredible show. I don't want to spoil it like Bill did, but Pluribus, the finale comes out tomorrow. I think it's episode 8. But if you like Vince Gilligan, it's good. It does move a little slow, like Better Call Saul did.
What streaming network? Is it on?
It's Apple.
Apple.
But
you
yeah,
the Apple TV. You love the Apple TV.
Apple does so much good stuff. But Pluribus is the name of it, and it is fantastic.
Nice.
Mike.
2026, if you were to look at it, is a bonkers year for movies. There is a lot of good stuff coming out. But there's one coming out that is particularly near and dear to my heart, as anyone that's listened to the show might know. It's by Steven Spielberg, which that should be noteworthy already.
Yes.
It is another Alien movie. I'm going to bridge off for you a little bit there.
Nice.
It's called Disclosure Day. There's a teaser trailer out, and my recommendation is for everyone to go and check out this teaser trailer for Disclosure Day. Disclosure, of course, referring to disclosing the secret government alien knowledge to the public. And I don't really want to go into the details because I don't know what I was expecting from this trailer. I was looking forward to it, but it's not what I got in the trailer. I was completely blown away by it. I watched it like 3 times trying to break it down, and there's just a lot to unpack in it. And I don't really want to talk about it beyond that, but just, guys, go check out Disclosure Day teaser trailer. It's pretty spellbinding. It's pretty intense.
Anybody of note in it?
Emily Blunt, I believe.
Okay, I like her.
And there's a couple people in the background, but it's not driven by the stars so much.
Gotcha.
And, this sent me down a rabbit hole looking up old Steven Spielberg interviews about aliens and, are his movies partially disclosure themselves? Are there elements here that he's bringing to the public? Is he being used as a tool? And, he showed E.T. to Ronald Reagan in the White House, and Ronald Reagan told everyone in the room that everything in that movie was true.
Whoa.
It's all very interesting, but, Disclosure Day, look it up.
And just a few more that come out. Dune Part 3, Super Mario Brothers Movie 2, Toy Story 5, Spider-Man, The Mandalorian and Grogu.
I mean, what in the world?
The Devil Wears Prada 2, The Odyssey.
Yes.
Which
I
that
just watched that trailer.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Tom Holland and Punisher are in 2 movies this year together.
Yeah, that's true.
Disclosure Day, a new adaptation of Narnia, Masters of the Universe, Mortal Kombat, Project Hail Mary, the follow-up from the guy who did The Martian.
I mean, what in the world?
Werewolf, a Robert Eggers horror film. It's just unreal. It's unreal. 2026 is just going to kill it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Only thing about those movies is so many of them were from pre-existing properties. There was only a handful that were original movies.
That's
if
true.
If you go back and look, like Odyssey.
Yep.
And but no, that is a incredible slate of films, and I hope that helps theaters kind of get back into the. Because I know after COVID, they've had a hard time as far as getting the audience back into the seats. So I hope that kind of gets people back into.
I think they'll have like non-IP ones. I think there's just the ones they're kind of pushing right now.
Yeah.
Because this year, a lot of people said it wasn't a good year for film, but there were a lot of really good independent films this year.
Yes.
I guess we're doing books of the week now. I'm sorry that I reversed this. Do you want to go first, Mike?
I may as well. My book of the week is going to be Void Rivals 25. Huge fan of the Energon universe myself. There's some cool stuff going on. G.I. Joe's doing the Dreadnought War. Void Rivals is going to be dipping further into the Transformers lore and doing the Quintesson War.
Oh, interesting. Is this also bi-weekly right now?
No.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge anyway. But Void Rival's always been one of the slower burning books, but it's really starting to pay off now. And anybody that's classic Transformers fans knows the Quintessons and how they've been tying in with Void Rivals. Very interested in seeing where it's going to go. Robert Kirkman just killing it out here.
Killing it. Mine is going to be, I've already read it, and it's wild. DCKO, The Joker versus the Red Hood.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that earlier.
Scott Snyder is writing it. It's really good, and this is like one of those fights that is almost 40 years in the making. Revenge. My criticism so far with a lot of the DCKO one-shots is 3 rounds, and it doesn't feel like there's enough pages for the 3 rounds of fights where they're rushing things. But this one is really fun, and I think a lot of people are going to like it.
Yeah, no, as far as I think the one-shots, the verses, I think this is my highest ordered one.
Really?
Yeah, like I had a lot of people for the Superman Captain Atom.
Yeah.
But this one I think seems to be the one that most people have been looking forward to. Like you said, if you have a history of knowledge of the history of comics and especially these two characters and how they're interlinked together, this is something you've been waiting to see. And
I did want to say, like, since we've not recorded in a while, if you're also looking for something new, Ordained is really good.
Right.
It's about a Catholic priest who takes a mob boss's final confessions, where the mob boss tells a lot of like murders he does. He's on hospice. Then the next day, miraculously, the mob boss lives. And he's been healed. And he decides since the priest knows that he needs to hunt the priest down, done like a John Wick style.
Well, way to use your second chance.
Yeah, and Wrestle Heist. If you like professional wrestling, you'll love this. It's set where this wrestler gets really screwed over by the promoter, kind of like a Vince McMahon guy. So he decides to get a bunch of other wrestlers together that have also been screwed over by this promotion.
Yes.
And take the box office money from their biggest event of the year, their WrestleMania. Bill.
Well, I'm going to go, I hate to pick another Scott Snyder book, but I'm going to go with Absolute Batman 15. It was probably the most expected book, hyped book of last week.
Yeah.
For people who have been reading Absolute Batman, they'd introduced a Joker character early in the series. Matter of fact, the first issue, I believe. But they never really kind of explained who the Joker was in this universe. So this story, you get kind of his backstory about, without spoiling too much for Ryan, you get his backstory about how, the generations of this family have come up, and you discover that in this universe that it's all kind of backwards of what you would expect and who Joker is. And there's a great scene at the end with Alfred where you find out exactly who the Joker is in this universe. And it's something you didn't probably see coming. I didn't see it coming. I don't know if you saw it coming.
No.
But right now, Scott Snyder is 100 miles an hour on Absolute Batman.
It's unreal.
It's pure jet fuel on that book. Every issue feels like I'm going 1,000 miles an hour with the wind in my face.
A lot of internet buzz, too.
Yeah.
And
what I thought was cool is if you read Snyder's New 52 run, he kind of does something with Joker that at the end of his story turns out to be a fake out. But it feels like he remembered that plan he had, and he's given it to the absolute Joker.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I do great points all the time.
So I will say, if you haven't already read Absolute but got on Absolute Batman, the first issue or the first graphic novel's out.
Second one comes out in February. Which will probably take us through the Bane story, I would imagine.
Should get you through issue 12? 14.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know if it'll include the annual or not.
So they may not put the annual in there. But yeah, Absolute Batman 15.
Are we sold out?
I've got a handful left, I think.
Awesome.
Mostly A covers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably not for long.
I've sold out of jock covers.
That makes sense.
But so I will say it feels like that book is building on itself. So a lot of times books will kind of slow down as the series goes on.
Yep.
This one feels like every issue just kind of ramps up.
I think it's unreal that you're ordering more of issue 15 than you did of 1.
It
doesn't happen.
Practically unheard of. And
by this point, people have fallen out, and you have your base.
There's a handful of books like Walking Dead. By 19,
Yep.
I was ordering more than issue 1s or something like that. But it's very rare.
It's unreal. Yeah.
I've seen ungraded copies of Absolute Batman #1 pushing 300.
Isn't that wild?
Crazy.
And the sad thing is, and I'm such an idiot. last year for Free Comic Book Day, and our giveaway bag for the first 15 people, we had Absolute Batman 1s, and everybody's
that tells people come early.
Right.
I didn't realize at the time, like back in May, it was going for like $30.
I don't remember you doing
I
that.
had a
Putting
stack
money
of
in
like
people's
30.
bags.
I would have been taking each one of them out and replacing it with one of those hardcovers that you have 1,000 of.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I've not seen anything like it in the last few years. Like,
Yeah,
it's unreal.
I mean, I guess the closest equivalent would be Ultimate Spider-Man #1.
Yeah, but that one has kind of cooled down as it's gone a little bit. I think
Yeah.
it's because it's about to end. But
Right.
yeah, the Absolute Universe stuff. And if you're an Absolute Batman fan, make sure you pick up Absolute Wonder Woman 15 tomorrow
yes.
because that is the first part of the first ever Absolute team up, and that's going to sell out too.
And the book is
Another
just
good point.
incredible.
Yeah.
And the book is super good,
Yeah, it is.
like us.
Ah.
All right, and before we do wrap this up, I just want to say our friend Brad Mochin, who's been on the podcast before,
Great guy.
his book 42 Teeth does need your help. They have a Kickstarter going. It's near the end, and we want to help push them over the edge.
Yeah.
It's basically a dog that helps with counterterrorism. A little bit's based on Brad's life. I got to meet two of the dogs last 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Phenomenal dogs. It's a fun book. Just Kickstarter. Just look up Resolute Bliss. It's called 42 Teeth, but we always say support independent comics, and Brad's one hell of a guy.
Absolutely.
Speaking of one hell of a guy, we're very proud of Anthony Wilson.
Yes, yes.
We're not going to go too far into it, but he's done something
Milestone achievement for
very
Anthony.
Major
milestone
accomplishment.
that I know is tough and hard to do, but
Yeah.
I applaud him for doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, congrats, Anthony.
Well, this has been a comeback episode.
Don't call it a comeback.
I've been here for years.
Backstreet's back, baby.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a
It's time for us
newsworthy.
to say bye, bye, bye.
It's been a newsworthy episode,
Lots of news.
and it's been a Christmas miracle.
Yay, we
We're
did
back.
it.
Yay,
You
another
filthy
episode.
animals.
We'll be back a lot sooner than this.
Yes, we will. 2 weeks.
Yep. For our wrap-up of 2025.
Oh, that'll be a fun time.
Best
books.
Indeed. But signing off, I'm Mike D.
I'm Ryan.
I'm still Bill.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Merry
Good to see you
Christmas.
again. Bye. Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.